In numerology, 2025 is a year 9. When you add up all the numbers, it adds to 9. And the number 9 is all about endings. So surprise, surprise, 2025, for the next 2 hours, we're going through the last of the end, and this is the end of a 9-year cycle. This last year has been very revealing in more ways than one. A lot of truth has been revealed. A lot of light has been shed onto very shady situations. You know, we've come to learn things that we've never ever thought is possible, or that we could learn or come to know about. But here we are, concluding the final year. There's already fireworks going on outside. So if you hear that, that's what it is. In true New Year's Eve style. People love their fireworks. So back to the numerology of 2025. You know, when you add the 2 and the 2 and the 5, that equals the 9. 9 in numerology is symbolic of integrity and wisdom. That's what the 9 stands for. So people are waking up, and lots of awakenings have happened this year. Lots of shocking things have happened. We've come to understand and to see that the world is really not what we thought it was, hey? The amount of things that are being revealed, what's happening with our world leaders. And that's just a clear indication that with a new dispensation coming in, we need to think about ways to become self-led and self-governed in the face of all this corruption that's happening. My computer just turned on by itself in the bedroom. I'm just listening to all of that. I hope you're not hearing it. So 2026 is going to revert back to numerology number 1. So it's going to be a number 1 here, because there's no zeros in numerology. So it's 1 to 9, and those are the primary numbers. Okay? So number 1 is about creativity and confidence. Now this is a new year, and a number 1, and it's going to be like a blank slate. That's available for each one of us to be done with the old cycle. And the old cycle was all about, yes, growth, but also the reluctance to move. So there was quite a bit of work to be done on stagnation. And the same can be said, you know, if you bring it closer to home, about hoarding. It has the same energy, the stagnation and the hoarding. So I hope that 2026 is going to be a year for you of liberation, of creativity and confidence, you know, as the year actually is actually all about. And I'm one to always speak about doing what you love and loving what you do. And I hope this is the year that you're going to find your way and your passion to actually put out into the world what you came here to produce and to put out into the world. is that all I wanted to talk about? I'm sure there was something else, and I can't think about it. Anyway, oh yes, I did make reference to the fact that I was going to be giving up coffee from the 1st of January. I've had a change of mind, y'all. You know, typically I'm such a big coffee drinker. People that know me know that my consumption can easily go like to 6 cups a day, but it's not 6 normal cups. It's 6 strong cups because the normal person puts in a teaspoon of coffee and I put in 2 teaspoons and they're heaped. So that's about 12 teaspoons a day. It's a lot of coffee that I consume. So I'm going to continue my coffee consumption because over the last couple of days I've reduced. Yesterday to 2 cups. Today's only been 1 so far, and it was quite recently. I didn't have my morning cup of coffee. I've been drinking sparkling water and just acclimatizing to what my replacement is going to be. That's what my replacement is going to be. But because I've been weaning myself off and like really going down to drinking very little coffee, I still have cream left, so I'm not going to throw it away and I'm not going to waste it. So when my cream is done, that's when I'm going to be giving up coffee. And the only reason I decided to give up coffee is because the neighborhood store are just getting on my nerves with not having cream most of the time. And honestly, I'd rather like just do without it than have to deal with the aggravation in the new year. And this was my motivation for giving up, not for any moral reasons or health reasons, believe me. But the health it all contributes to good health anyway, because overconsumption of anything is not a good thing. And as I mentioned in one of my previous videos, it is my biggest addiction. So if I can like wean myself off it ceremoniously, you know, like just enjoy every cup every day that I'm having. I don't know how long it's going to last me, maybe till Saturday. At the rate I'm going so slow. So I'll keep you updated, but for now, I think I'm going to be posting my next video on Monday the 5th. And after doing a survey of how many videos I should post, it was concluded that it will be 3 a week. So I'm going to see, you know, how my energy allows for 3 videos a week. I don't think it's going to be a big deal. I think it's going to be fun and wonderful. And I think we can only go from strength to strength here. So I'm wishing you all the best for 2026. I want you to make a habit of asking yourself every day, what do I want? And allow the answer to come, because most of the times we don't know what we want. And what's needed for 2026 is our collective participation in making the world a better place. Would you agree with that? I think so. I think we've come here to this planet to learn to love each other and to learn to love ourselves. Because I think when we love ourselves, loving our neighbors is a much easier task. And loving the person in front of you, that's how you love your neighbor. I actually heard that from a near-death experiencer when they died, and Jesus said, it's not your time, you must go back. He said, okay, now then what must I do? And Jesus said, love the person in front of you. Yeah, okay, I get that, but what must I do? No, love the person in front of you. That's what you do. That's what we came here to do. So please remember, love the person in front of you and be kind to yourself. It's amazing how we can talk down to ourselves, and we need to stop that nonsense, okay? And start moving into the energy of self-soothing, being kind, feeling our own kindness, and keeping our vibrations high, especially for 2026. Now, I think the year's going to start off with a bang according to all the predictions. Okay, so don't be surprised with all, you know, traumatic news happening in January and February, but I think it gets better down the line. And my recommendation is that you just keep your focus on what you want to create and not what the world looks like around you. Don't make the reality of the outside world your reality, because the inner reality is much more important than the outer reality. Okay? And the inner garden is the one that we need to be watering and making sure that there's actually peace. We're living in a space of peace. We are peace. We're representative of peace and calm. And that's why we can bring peace and calm to our world. And with that said, I wish you the happiest of 2026. Be brave, be gentle with yourself, and be kind to yourself and loving to yourself and others. Till later, I love you. Happy New Year.